What's the deal? It's the man behind the hands, Mo City Menis. And we back. We're bringing the heat to the ring from the streets. And we here with, I'm going to go ahead and call him New York royalty. The man himself, Jahi Tucker. What's up, baby?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Man, got you in H-Town, man. Know you out here in the H doing you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But take me back real quick, real quick story, What was it like for young Jahi growing up in Queens, right?
Well, I was born in Queens.
Okay.
But I grew up in Brooklyn. You feel me? I really grew up all throughout New York, but I spent majority of my life growing up in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And I lived over in East New York, and I had it very fortunate in terms of like, I had my father, I had my mother. Because a lot of my friends, a lot of my people, they didn't really have their family around and stuff like that. People go to jail, people die. And that kind of kept me on a better path than a lot of them type of things. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, having your father is like having a cheat code.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So a lot of your youth was spent with you and your dad?
Most of it was spent with me and my dad in the gym. You get what I'm trying to say?
When did you walk into the gym for the first time?
When I was 7.
7 years old?
7 years old, yeah.
Man, so you out there, young Tucker, throwing them combinations at 7?
7 years old, yeah. The video, it's still on YouTube. One of my earliest sparring sessions is still on YouTube from like 2010. So yeah, we spent a lot of time in the gym, but just like everything else, life, you got your fair share of ups and downs, and we're all victims of our own circumstance.
Absolutely.
Word.
Or we'd like to not be a victim
Word.
of our own circumstance.
Word.
But even looking at somebody like you who started off in New York, all the different places around Brooklyn, Queens, all the different places, you found your way to a gym. Was it because your dad or was it you?
So we moved to Starrett City. And Starrett City, that's like home, like, Danny Jacobs, all those dudes.
Yeah.
So when I lived in Starrett City, I lived like, the gym was right up the block from my house. So my dad, he like, yo, we gonna take you to the gym. And then I started training. Then we met Coach Kenny Woods, you feel me? And he definitely, he really stamped me. This really made me believe like, yo, fighting is for me. You get what I'm trying to say? I started sparring, and I'm 7 years old. I'm sparring guys 10, 11, 12 years old, you feel me? 9 years old. And, just that whole growing up process and just growing up, that whole shit was crazy, man.
I know you were a proud New Yorker though, right?
You've got to be, yeah.
So what about the state or the city of being in New York helped mold you to be you?
It's just the competitiveness, man, you feel me? And being able to see the world, like, sometimes when I come to places like Houston, you get what I'm trying to say? I look around, we in the 5th Ward, and you see people, they go through real stuff. Like poverty in New York is a lot different than poverty in other places. You
Talk about it. Tell me what you see in the difference.
Man, so you in the hood in New York, you still got like, at least they got buildings and houses and stuff like that to put you in. It may not be the best of conditions, but
you got somewhere.
Somewhere. You come out here, these dudes got, their windows is boarded up with plastic and
pitching a tent under the bridge.
Stuff like that. They go through different things, stray dogs, And every hood got the similar problems, but it'd be on different scales.
Yeah. So growing up, you're 7 years old now, and you in the gym.
Yeah.
Did you ever foresee a career or a future for Jahi to be chasing in boxing at that age?
That's like around that time it kind of started like becoming a reality type of thing. Like over time, I kind of started seeing it. At first, I just went there because my dad took me, and I was just like, as I kept sparring, as I kept getting better, I started really, learning more about the sport, learning about the greats, who the champions is in the moment, and then that kind of started pulling a drive in me. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, absolutely, absolutely. Let me ask you this, man. Was Jahi a trouble kid in school?
I was never a trouble kid. I was a good kid in school. Like, teachers always loved me and stuff. But, I got into my fair share of fights and stuff like that at school. But I never really was a trouble kid at school, I feel like how I grew up and, like, the type of stuff that I seen in my family, it kind of molded me to be a little bit more mature at my age type of thing. You know what I'm trying to say?
Absolutely. Because, a lot of people don't know how young you are.
Yeah.
But you're very, very mature beyond your years, I wouldn't even think I was sitting here talking to somebody even under 25 with your maturity level. So, what I'm saying? Much kudos to you and your pops for guiding you to that direction, You've already said that's the cheat code, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But going forward, stepping into the amateurs, how was your amateur career as an amateur?
You know, my amateur career started off really rocky, man. You feel me?
How?
Well, you know, as I was younger, one thing I battled when I was younger was I had low confidence. You know what I'm trying to say? But the only thing, the difference was like, I always knew like I couldn't go home. Like, you're not going home if you're not at least trying your best. You get what I'm trying to say? If you're not at least fighting everything. So I'm like, you know what? My best options, I'm just gonna leave everything out there, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until one day where like I had a fight, you know, and before I even get to that point, I actually quit boxing at one point in time because I felt like I wasn't at that level. You get what I'm trying to say? I felt like I wasn't getting the recognition and stuff like that, or I wasn't getting what I wanted. So I quit. But you know, the same coach that I told you about who got me into it, he had died. You get what I'm trying to say? So he had died. He was like, before, like in his funeral obituary, like the last paragraph was literally like, yo, for the last like 3-4 years of his life, he just kept talking about this Jahi Tucker kid, and he said this kid gonna be world champion. And like, that shit sat on me. You get what I'm trying to say? It really like made me feel like I had like an obligation type shit. I couldn't
to
go
fulfill
to sleep
that
without that shit. Yeah.
Man, I'm sure that's stuck in your mind heavy.
Yeah.
When it's quiet, you alone, you know, that stuff just start tapping on your shoulder, make you thinking about it.
Yeah.
Even today, to this point, do you still have those thoughts?
Got to. I have to, you know? It's just like, for me, I feel like, especially where I'm at now, it's so much closer to the goal. There was a point in time where I couldn't even imagine, like, how it is to even get signed or even get to fight on TV or even, you know, like.
Yeah.
And the way how everything happened, it's just, I give all praises to God, you feel me? And I feel like God gonna help those who help themselves type shit.
And then one step prepares the next one.
Yep.
You know, like you say, you know, you couldn't envision getting signed, but man, you are becoming a household name in the sport of boxing.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people know who you are.
Yeah.
So how many amateur fights did you have?
I only had like 36.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, remember I told you I quit. So when I, you know, like you said that it kept knocking on you, kept tapping your shoulder, I go back into the sport, and there was a time where now I had to make weight. I came into the fight, you know how the amateurs, you gotta make weigh in on the same day. So,
same day weigh in.
Yeah, so I cut weight that day and I felt terrible. I cut a good amount of weight that day, ran like 5 miles. And in my brain, I'm just like, bro, there's no way I did all that and I'm losing. Like, I'm not losing like at all. Like, I don't care what happens today, I'm not losing.
Yeah.
And then I won, and I dominated the guy. And
what weight was that?
That was 138.
Okay.
So at that point in time, my brain, it connected like, yo, if you think like that in every fight, like you won't be losing. So by that point, I went from being unranked, undrafted, or anything. I was #1 in the country.
Man.
By the end of that year, on Team USA. Man. 6 months after that, I went overseas with Team USA and won gold over there.
Where'd you go overseas?
Hungary. Went out to Iga, Hungary.
I mean, I'm about to ask you a question I know the answer to. Yeah. Had you ever been to Hungary before?
Nah.
What was that experience like?
You know, it was different, man. You feel me? And like, it showed me a bit more appreciation. And all those steps was building my confidence. You feel me? Like, first winning the nationals, then it made me feel like I got that target on my back. I'm #1 now. And then going over there, it's like, you know, are you a big fish in a little pond, or are you small pond in a big fish?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So all that, I played my brain, and it just showed me where I was in the level of boxing type of thing. Word.
So you could say, in a nutshell, that the amateurs built a lot of your confidence.
Yeah, by far. Because how you look at it is, when you on Team USA and you go training in the facility, you're going to see the list of names. You're going to see the dudes who've been there. Muhammad Ali, Roy Jones.
Everybody
Floyd.
that's a part of this.
Everybody that's a part of this. You get what I'm trying to say? And I just feel like be even able to say I seen that. You get what I'm trying to say? It means something. It's like you can't take that for granted.
Man.
Word.
So anything notable for you? Let me ask you this question. What's your most proud moment in your amateur career for yourself?
For myself?
Yeah, in the amateurs.
Winning that first national. Winning that first national, because that changed the whole trajectory of my life. You know what I'm trying to say? When I was so that same year, all that was going on, right? I want to say I went to 2 nationals and I came up in 3rd place twice. The second time though, I felt like I got robbed. So I wasn't tripping about it. I was like, whatever, it is what it is. But I'm like 15 at this point in time. So, you know, I kind of started getting off track, started like
veering off.
Yeah, trying to provide, trying to get bread for myself. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm young, that's what I wanted to do. But, you know, that's why I say having a dad is key, because now we 2 weeks away from the tournament, and I'm telling my dad that I'm not going to that tournament. Like, I haven't been training, like, I'm not doing that. You feel me? And he's just like, nah, bro, you gotta go. Yeah, he get through, I'm like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna go. I end up winning that tournament. And then unbeknownst to me, when you win that tournament, you join Team USA. You get what I'm trying to say? So God work in mysterious ways. So,
one good move blesses the next one.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And think about it. That was gonna be one decision that you should have made that you almost didn't.
Almost didn't make. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, life is a bunch of decisions that
Yeah.
you accumulate to be what your life is.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
know, at what point in there were you thinking, you know what, I could have a professional career at this?
I want to say I got to after I won that tournament, because after I won that, the number one in the country,
For sure.
my brain said you got to take it to the next level. So I took it to the next level. And then when I went overseas and won gold, you feel me? I was sitting in my crib and I'm watching TV, I'm watching ESPN, and I see Vito Melaniki, he fighting on Top Rank. His first pro fight, he knocked the dude out. You feel me?
Yep.
He only a year older than me at this point.
From Jersey, in Jersey.
Yeah, word. So I'm like, yo, next year I gotta get something.
Yeah.
So I started working. And everything saying is all documented on my Instagram. Like, you see the dates. You feel me? A year to the exact same day, I'm in a room with Jay Prince signing that contract.
I ain't gonna never let nobody ever call you a hater, ever.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you inspired off of other people making progress too.
Yeah, you feel me? I love seeing other people win because I appreciate greatness. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and if one man could do something, that just motivates you to know you could do something too.
For sure.
Word, hell yeah.
You know how many people you motivating right now, you know.
Yeah.
You know, that's gotta be big. So you take that step and you turn pro, right?
Yeah.
Talk to me and walk me through where your mind is at going to one's first professional fight.
When I first turned pro, like that year that went by, right? My confidence went from, okay, I'm fake, I'm on that level, right? To, yo, I could beat anybody, anytime, any place. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, because around that time COVID happened, and I started going gym to gym, sparring the best world champions, sparring the best pros, doing everything. And I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. You feel me? So in my brain, I'm like, and I'm training harder than anybody in history, bro. When I say I'm training harder, bro, I'm talking about we doing 10 miles on the beach in the cold, bro, in New York. That's the first thing you do in the morning. Then after that, bro, you gotta go swim for 2 hours. Then after that, bro, you gotta do your 3-hour gym session of straight boxing. Then after that, you gotta do 4,000 sit-ups, 2,000 push-ups, 2,000 squats. You feel me? My days was really 10-hour days.
You really just poured out the formula why your gas tank is different than others.
Yeah, word. Like, we're doing stuff like, you feel me, that you gotta really push yourself through type of thing, you feel me, on a day-to-day basis.
How much does the mental aspect of boxing play a part? Because, you know, we see his hands being thrown, it's physical, but a lot of things that you're saying are predicated off of somebody's mental ability.
Yeah, you know, that's the biggest part. The biggest part of the game is really mental. I learned that nobody's unbeatable in this sport, no matter how hard you train, no matter how fast you are, how hard you hit, no matter what. Nobody's unbeatable. There's a counter to every counter. So if once you're able to look at it for what it is and look at the whole board, bigger than just a fight, that's when you're gonna win.
Your boxing resume has some character to it. You know, you got the wins, but you also got the one in the one. Tell me about the first one.
Okay.
The first time that you took a L, was that to Flaws?
Flaws, yep.
Okay. Talk to me, how does one come back from that? That's real reason why, because your temperament, the way you going at it, that loss column don't define who you are.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And I look at it as, you know, it is what it is. You feel me? Like, when that happened, I wasn't even mad because around that time, I had just fought this dude, the Russian guy,
Russian dude. Hey, man.
Yeah. But y'all gotta remember too, I'm still young at this point. I'm still like 20 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm still going through like life itself. I'm still transitioning to becoming a man type shit. So a lot of the times, especially after that fight, my focus wasn't fully on boxing. So going into that Nicholas Floss fight, I wasn't even. I went in there with the mindset of, and this is all on my mistake. You feel me? I went in there with the mindset of, yo, I'm gonna just go in there, box, win. I'm trying to say call it a day. But in the fight, I'm not losing the fight, but my dad is telling me, yo, it's looking a little close, pick it up. It's looking a little close, pick it up, you feel me? And I'm so confident because I feel like I'm not getting touched. I feel like you feel me? But my dad telling me, yo, still looking a little, you know? So I'm not dominating. So I'm like, all right, the fight goes on, everything happens. I feel like I felt like at the time, I felt like I won the fight. My dad was like, yo, man, they could say whatever. So said, so done. They gave him the fight. You feel
I
me?
think it was about majority decision or something.
Majority,
like
you know, it's what it is.
Yeah.
They gave him the fight, and after that, you know, I didn't complain or anything. I dapped them up, and I just took the loss on myself. You know, I know that one, if I put in the effort and kept my focus where it was supposed to be, I would that would have never happened.
For sure.
And two, you know, at the time I didn't have love for the sport, so it didn't really affect me, and I didn't lose. Like, it's different when you get beat up for real.
Got you.
And you go home, you're like, damn, you gotta think about that. When I think about it, it's like, bro, I'll punch you in your face.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I kind of just went home and I was just like, you know what, everything's all right. Again, I was going through a lot of personal issues, family issues. So I took some time off.
Life was happening.
Yeah. I took some time off, and then I get a call saying they wanted me to fight Verone. And he was number 5 guy. So I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, it's two things that kick in. It's like, one, they trying to sacrifice me. That's what I think.
Is that where your mind went?
Yeah, first thing my mind went. You feel me? And I never run away from issues. I always figure if you
meet them head on.
Meet them head on, bro, because you're gonna have to do it anyway. So that's exactly what I did. Jay sent me the contract. I said, bet.
That fight gave your resume some more character.
Yeah, that fight, you know, and even that fight, I didn't even train for that fight, bro.
Talk to me. How you ain't trained for
bro,
a fight?
Again, I was going through whatever I was going through. Bro.
You were still in the mix of the storm.
Yeah, bro, and I wasn't even trained. Like, boxing was like on like the last of my checklist at that point in time. You feel me? So I'm going through everything, and like, I'm still training. I'm still showing up to the gym. I'm still doing my little 1s and 2s to make sure that I'm able to make weight and get in the ring and stuff. But I'm talking about I'm training maybe 2-3 times a week.
Gotcha.
Do like 10 rounds of sparring, run a little bit.
You're cutting corners.
Cutting a lot of corners.
Yeah.
But then we go into that fight, and this guy is who he is, and I go in there, and around like the 4th round, you know, the fight is getting serious. And I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, like, why am I even fighting? Like, I'm not even supposed to be in here. I haven't trained, I haven't done none of that. But then, like, in that same moment, bro, it's like, I was like, yo, like, I'm here. So I gotta, like, feel me? Gotta figure something out. And I just start fighting. I'm like, yo, my whole career on the line, like, everything on the line right now. My whole family on the line, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, you gotta start fighting. So I just started fighting. I just started doing what I do, bro, just fight, no matter what. And, you know, when I got the draw, I sat down in the locker room, and I was just like, yo, imagine if I did half of what I was supposed to do.
You wouldn't have got that draw.
He would have got stopped.
Yeah.
Stopped. I would have stopped him.
You would have got rid of him?
Yep, stopped him easily. Because I almost stopped him. Like the 8th round, I almost stopped him. Had I trained, he would have been stopped by round 5, 6. But, you know, that is what really knocked me back into this shit. Like, yo, you really right there, bro. You really right there. You right there to being, like, one of the best in the world. Is that
what got you refocused, or should I say rededicated to the sport?
Yeah, 100%.
That draw woke it all up?
Yeah, like, yo, you're so close, bro.
Man, you was the hot topic about a month ago or so. You know, you was in there in the ring with a guy that you sparred before.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. There was a lot of back and forth going on, and I'm like, man, I like this Jahi Tucker. I like this guy. You know what I'm saying? I like this one. This one here competitive. You know what I'm saying? I could tell even in your interaction with the other guys these days that you more realigned with the sport now. You know what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And you know, but talk to me about the last fight, the Truck Simpson fight, man. You are let me set the table.
Go ahead,
I just want to set the table.
I got you.
This is a guy that you interacted with, not in front of the lights, but you know, in the gym, putting in the work.
Yeah.
So you know who he is, and he know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all are fairly, you could say, familiar with one another.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's go from there.
All right, listen. I met and I sparred Truck one time, bro. We was in Houston up at Ronnie Shields.
Ronnie Shields gym.
Boom. So, you know, it went how it went. You get what I'm trying to say? Y'all know the story. So he said...
They don't know the story, bro.
They don't know the story?
How it went,
well,
bro?
Listen, I got the better of him in that sparring.
Okay.
I got the better of him in that sparring.
All right.
You know, I had some conversations with some people, I want to say probably some months later. And, you know, they asking me like, yeah, so what do you think about fighting Truck Simpson? I'm like, yo, I said, yo, to be honest, I'd be surprised if he takes this fight. That's what I said.
You would have been
word
surprised.
for word.
Yeah.
And after that, you know, I fight Troy Williamson. He a top 10 dude in the world.
For sure.
Take him out. Right after that, Truck jump out the woodworks. Yo, you told so-and-so you fucked me up. You get what I'm trying to say? So me, I'm like, bro, I laugh at that.
Yeah.
Okay, and?
I told him. Now what?
Yeah, like, okay, so and he was saying that because when they gave me the original offer, I turned it down because my manager, he said, yo, we realistically could get more. So I was like, all right, cool. You know, Jay Prince, he know what he doing. So he gonna tell me, so I'm gonna listen. And then, you know, he made that post. I just made a post back like, yo, I never said no. I just said tell them send more bread. And
Yeah.
They sent the cheese. They sent the bread. We got it done. I kept my word. And, you know, from that point on, though, like, once the contract was signed, I don't know if y'all noticed, I ain't post on social media for, like, a month.
You went ghost.
Ghost, bro, because that fight, my whole reputation, everything was on the line. Everything that I built up back from the point of my loss and my draw, everything that we built back up, all the momentum,
Yeah.
it all came to this point,
To this
bro.
one point right here.
And, like, this is a make-or-break moment. And Truck is not a bad fighter at all. Truck is a good fighter.
He's a dog.
Dog, yeah, he's a good fighter. So I'm already knowing especially knowing that I beat him in sparring or got the better of him in sparring, I know he not taking this fight on some, he's not taking this fight to lose. He probably seen something, or his team probably seen something, or they feel some type of way to where, yo, we could beat Jahi.
We could capitalize on him somewhere.
Yeah, word. So I just started just looking at myself and just analyzing my game plan, and I just got to work, bro. That's all I know how to do.
Man, so you got to work. You know what I'm saying? The fight, I watched the whole fight. I was excited.
Yeah.
And I was calling you the Energizer Bunny, dog. You just kept going
Yeah.
and kept going. You had all the juice, man.
Yeah.
And you already gave us the formula how you keep that
yeah.
going.
But keep it a band too. Like, I had to go back to my roots type shit for that fight specifically.
What that mean? You went back to your roots? Talk to me. What that
Like,
mean?
when I was younger, bro, how I used to train before we even got to the crazy push-ups and the crazy sit-ups and all of that stuff, bro. Like, it was just like my dad, bro. We used to train viciously, bro. Like, I'm talking about and it won't even be nowhere crazy. We'd be on the field, on the track, and he'll just be having me do power work and shit like that. But when you doing that, it treats like a real fight. So he's really swinging at you. He's really hitting you. He's really hitting you. I'm like 8, 9, 10 years old, and nigga, he's really hitting you. You flying over there.
Yeah,
Shit. He tell your ass, get up and go sprint around this whole motherfucker.
You dealing with a
come
grown
back.
man.
Dealing with a grown man.
Yeah.
They tell me sprint around this whole shit, come back and make sure you do this shit right, or you're gonna get fucked up again and sprint again.
Yeah.
Feel me? So I had to go back to like just training in the field by myself. You feel me? Because nowadays, when my dad, it's different now because I'm prepped for that now. I'm older now, so it's like we have to go about things differently. But I had to just go back to just training where I'd been training as a youth, bro. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Went back to New York, trained. Usually
Yeah.
I train in Vegas, Houston, wherever, but I went back to my hometown, bro, and was like, yo, we're gonna really lock in. And you know, so said, so done.
It's like a legendary rapper about to put together a platinum album.
Yeah.
He went back to the hood, back to the old studio, and went ahead and cooked up a hit. That's kind of where you say your mind was at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But I will say this, bro. That's a big win in your career at this
Thank
point. You know what I'm
so
saying?
far.
It had. You know what was dope about it? And I want to give props to you and Truck because y'all put boxing on notice that said, yeah, even two guys on their way up can see each other right now.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Y'all really did that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
for
I mean, you got extreme examples like when Bud fought Errol or when this guy fights that guy.
Yeah.
And I just feel like in the layer that y'all are in the game, y'all cream of the crop in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for y'all to say, you know what, throw all that other stuff, records and all, what's up?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
That right there, I want boxing to take notice of that, man. But going forward, man, what's next, bro?
Man, world championships, man. That's all I'm really here for. I feel like so far in my career, I've taken on a good amount of challenges, a lot of build-up fights, you know, a lot of fights that I see a lot of guys who getting belts and stuff, they didn't take. You know what I'm trying to say? And there's no knock to nobody. Everybody got their route, and everybody can congratulations to everybody, you feel me? But I feel as if now it's time for me to get on that next level. I feel like I proved myself time and time again. So I'm ready to do it again.
Are you looking for titles?
Looking for titles.
So that means people in your division that hold those titles, you looking for them.
Got to. I got to, yeah.
Okay. I ain't gonna get you to say nobody's name or nothing, but if they got a title, we know their name in your division.
Yeah. All the man, I say the names. Janabek, Adames, and Laura. Like, you feel me? Yo.
They gotta see you.
They gotta see me, bro, one way or the next. You feel me? May not be now, may not be next week, but one of these days.
Man, them all three solid fights I want to see too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I believe you got the heart and the drive and you hungry enough to go get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But man, you aligned with some pretty top-notch businessmen in the sport. You know what I'm saying? Got Antonio and you got Jay Prince, and you know your alignment with these guys is very public, and you know they look like they're helping you drive your career in the best place that they could possibly. Would you say that?
Yeah, I would say that.
How did you initially meet Jay Prince?
So, you know, you got to go back to COVID. So we're going to say about 1 week before COVID, like, shut the world down, Mike Prince, you know, Jay Prince family,
It's 2019.
It's 2020.
2020, okay.
Yeah, it's early, so it's March 2020.
Okay.
You know, and Shakur was supposed to fight in the Garden on that Saturday. He's supposed to fight, I forget, but for the 126 belt, he was defending his ship. And Mike Prince pretty much, he go on my Instagram, he see my stuff, because he followed a mutual, my son Sean News, and he was liking all my posts and stuff like that. And you know, after that, we get a phone call. My pops get a phone call, like Sean News saying, like, yo, Mike Prince, Jay Prince, them, they want to have a meeting with you. They like what they see. So then after that, you know, I'm 17 at the time. So I'm like, all right, you know, that week goes by, COVID shuts the world down. You know what I'm trying to say? So then a couple months go by, you know, I'm just training. Now we're going to fast forward to May. May comes, I don't know how my dad gets on the phone with these guys. My dad's talking, he's like, yo, we're coming out to Houston tomorrow, bro. Like, we beat niggas up tomorrow. Because they're saying we got to spar somebody. We like, all right, cool. So then we hop on a plane, and that same night, because it was like, it was probably like 9 o'clock at night, and my dad, he called me upstairs. He like, yo, we going to Houston. Pack your bag. I was like, all right, boom, pack my bag. We leave out in the morning. I pull up to Houston. First day, I got to spar Keon Davis and Kelvin Davis. You feel me?
Okay.
And we got some work literally right here.
Right here.
Literally right here. You feel me? And Shakur and Josh Green at the time, they standing right there. You feel me? And I was supposed to spar Shakur that day too. But then, you know, I spar, everything was good. Then Shakur says, you know, yo, tomorrow, we gonna spar tomorrow. So we come back tomorrow. Me and Shakur had a sparring session, you feel me?
How that went?
The sparring session, you feel me? It was legendary. And I tell you what, after that sparring session, Jay took me and my pops in the V, you feel me? He took us to his truck, and then he called somebody, he like, yo, bring the Mercedes. And then we hopped out of the truck, hopped in the Mercedes. And then I was like, all right. Then he started talking. He like, yeah, nah. He touched on my pops like, yeah, I want to sign your son. Like, I think he's special. We could do this. You feel me? Fast forward some time, we come back out to Houston. We get the paperwork done, and then that's how I got locked in with Jay and Antonio.
Okay.
Word.
Man, so what has it done for you, just in a few sentences or so, you know, working with somebody is...
Changed my life, bro.
So you could say that he changed your life?
I could genuinely say that he changed my life. You know what I'm trying to say? It showed me, like, the first layer of this professional game. Because coming into the game, I didn't really know what to expect. I just knew I got to fight.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was able to kind of show me the ropes, not just on like a boxing negotiation scale, but just on a negotiation scale in general. You feel me?
Sharpened up your business acumen.
Yeah, and my leadership acumen too. You
Okay.
feel me? Because I feel like, you know, every man, you gotta be a leader first and foremost. You feel me? Because you got your family. You got a family, you're gonna have to lead your family. So he taught me how to lead, shit like that too. And I always be thankful for that, for sure.
That's fine. I'm gonna ask you this. I have to ask because you're in some great shape.
Yeah.
You seem to carry yourself like that. There's not a fight coming up, and we can go get some food.
Yeah.
And we not trying to make no weight.
Okay.
What's on your plate?
On my plate?
Yeah.
Well, you feel me? It really depends. Like, we gonna get. I'm getting. If we in Houston right now, so I'm gonna get some good soul food.
All right.
You know what I'm trying to say?
What's in the soul food plate?
Soul food plate, I gotta get mac and cheese. You know what I'm trying to say? Not watery though. I like my mac and cheese to sit together. Cheesy, yeah. Mac and cheese. Gotta go candy yams. Gotta go some fried chicken, or we can go fried shrimp.
Okay.
Feel me? And then some collard greens.
Man, you grubbing like it's Thanksgiving. I feel you though, man.
Yeah.
What does one like yourself do to get away from the sport, just to free your mind when you're not concerned with a fight or training? What do you do to get away?
You want to know, bro? It's one of those things where I've learned in this sport you can't get away, and you gotta find a way to make it a part of who you are. Make it a part of your life. You know what I'm trying to say?
Got you.
Find peace with it.
Got you.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay, well, let me restructure the question. In your downtime.
Downtime, okay.
I mean, I get answers like, man, I just hop on that PS5 and get on this Call of Duty, or they don't want none on Madden, or, man, somebody told me the other week they go rock climbing. I'm like, you leave boxing to go rock climbing? I'm like, man, that's wild. So what is something that you would do to carry off into your own world?
I rap.
Huh?
Yeah, I'll write some music.
So you got bars?
You feel me? I feel like I could rap, for sure.
Bet you won't give me that quick 8.
Quick 8?
Give me that 8 real quick.
All right, ready?
Yeah. Come on.
Take a boy taking attendance. I hit the tracks and asked for a pendant. I was just drinking for sneakers and jacks. Locked through a Mario. I'm watching this back. Full court. I'm gonna spin. Send me a pick. I'm gonna go to the rim. We like a dynasty destined to win. Praying to hope a lesson my sin. Life too precious. Stacking this money is looking like Tetris. I love the blue hunters. I got a fetish. I was on set. I was looking for Benju. This my brother get put on a necklace.
All right. We don't want. That's all they get. That's all they get, bro. Because they gonna have to buy the album, bro.
Yeah, you gotta listen.
That's all they get.
That's
all y'all gonna get for free, man.
Yeah.
But man, it's a blessing to be able to chop it up with you. You are somebody who astronomically hit it in the right direction.
Yeah.
You know, you got your mind on right, and you know, it's a lot in the future considering you so young.
Yeah.
That there's so much in front of you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We look forward to seeing you with one of them titles on your waist.
Yeah.
And then eventually something like unifying and
Yeah, yo, I'm
you know.
trying to listen, man. I'm in the mission right now trying to get the belt. You get what I'm trying to say? So I'm trying to get these belts within this next year or two. And I'm glad that we sitting down, we getting this on camera now. All these champions we gonna have to see 1 or 3 or all 3. And I'm coming back with all the belts, bro.
He coming back with all the belts.
Yeah.
And we gonna come back to y'all later, man. It's been the man behind the hands, Mo City Menis, and my boy Jahi Tucker.
Yo, respect.
We out.
This future middleweight king, Jahi Tucker, and you tune in to Bring the Heat TV.